Thank you for stopping in. Here you will find easy on the pockets interior style and inspiration, along with product reviews and commentary from time to time on everyday living topics. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Key from House of Kiana over on Instagram. I'm also the owner of the blog Affordable Lux Living, which can be found at www.affordableluxliving.com, where casual comfort meets style, affordability, and creativity. Today, really quick, I just want to do another product review. It totally was not my intention to do another product review so soon after I did the last one, because this channel is pretty much built on doing inspiration for styling of spaces. But I also told you that I did want to incorporate product reviews. So the reason why I'm doing this right now is because I recently visited a farmer's market and I picked up some veggies and some fruits. And if you know anything about organic items, you know they do not have a long shelf life. So I really needed to juice my items. So I'm going to be doing a product review on a juicer today, the one that I have and the one that I love. But the reason why I want to share it with you and shout it from the rooftops is because I feel like it has been definitely a positive for me. I do feel like juicing has been a positive for me, and I want to make sure I emphasize the fact that I am not an avid juicer. I am not a strict dieter. I am the person that still eats what I want to eat, but every now and again, I do have periods where I may spend a couple of days out of the week doing a juicing routine or something like that, whether it's for detoxing or for other reasons. But my juicing journey did not start because I wanted to lose weight. It started, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory here. A couple of years back in my late 30s, I had had these crazy symptoms. Finally decided to get up and go to the doctor. And of course, they told me that I had allergies. And so I was like, I've never had allergies before a day in my life. And they were like, well, ma'am, you're getting older, your body changes, you have allergies. So the things that they prescribed me did not work. I ended up going to the pharmacy and getting the Claritin from behind the counter. And that's the kind that you have to show your ID. You can only buy so many. You can only buy so many within a certain time frame. And then I also started using Afrin, which is the stuff that you spray in your nose so to open up your nasal passage. And I was to the point where I couldn't sleep at night. I had a lot of restless nights. I could only sleep, if I did get sleep, I could only sleep sitting up. So I had to pack a bunch of pillows behind me, sleep upright in the bed, and it was pure torture for years. But after you do something for so long, you start to adjust. And then after a period of time, the Claritin started working less. I definitely have been taking one, or I had been taking one every day for years. And I got to a point where I could not smell. And that really just alarmed me. I knew that taking the Afrin so often, which is spraying that up your nose, would definitely have some side effects and could, had some things that come along with it that may not be the best. But I just was so uncomfortable. I was willing to deal with that until I actually had to deal with a side effect, which was not being able to smell. So I said, you know what? I do feel like I'm the unhealthiest that I've been in my entire life. So I really wanted to just start from the basics and try to start taking in more healthier items, more healthier food. And I figured the best way for me to do that would be by juicing. So we ended up getting this juicer, and it honestly, the reason why I'm sharing all of this with you, coming back full circle with it, I truly believe that had I not had this particular juicer, that I don't know if I would have still stuck with my journey of juicing. And I'll tell you why I've chosen to stick with it. I'm totally not a fad or anything like that. I noticed about 3 weeks into me juicing that all of the crazy sniffles that I would have, all of the crazy congestion all the time, I noticed that it was lessening. And I had not taken an Afrin. I had not sprayed any Afrin since I had started juicing, and that was within the first couple of weeks to the first month. And so I said, wow, like it kind of blew my mind that this was actually happening. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it a little bit longer. We'll see how this goes. So I did, and off and on, I would do, juicing a couple of days out of a week or something like that. And this is not with drastically changing the diet that I have, but I will tell you that I feel like anytime that I do juice, where I spend a day or a couple days juicing, it definitely curbs my appetite to where I don't crave the sugary things. So that's another positive for me. I don't have to fight to not want sugary things when I'm actually taking in the juice. I don't necessarily crave the sugary things. So I do love that about it too. But I tried it for a little bit longer and I noticed that you guys, I can now sleep every night. I don't have to sleep sitting up. And going from taking an Afrin or going from taking a Claritin every single day for a number of years to when I did this product review, I had not taken a single Claritin in 2024. So that to me is a major, major positive. I have not taken Afrin. I have not sprayed any Afrin since the first month that I started doing the whole juicing stints. And another big positive for me. And then, of course, I can now smell just fine again. So I really want to, when I say shout it from the rooftops, I want to shout it from the rooftops because I've seen the positive results that it's had with me. And again, I truly don't think that my results, I don't think that I would have been able to stick with juicing had the juicer that we have presented issues where I would have felt like this is more of a chore than actually something that I'm enjoying doing and something that I'm getting a good benefit from. Sometimes when things are made a little bit easier, it's of course easier to stick with it. And I am going to say I would 1000% feel like this has a lot to do with why I was able to stick with it. I'm glad I didn't have a more concerning catalyst to make me want to stick with juicing. All right, so my mic went out on me there and I need to finish this up. But I was saying I'm so glad that I did not have a more concerning catalyst to make me want to stick with juicing, but rather it was, I stuck with it because I ended up getting a really good product on the first go round. This juicer, honestly, in my opinion, would be a 10 out of 10. And I think it's phenomenal. And again, like I said, I want to shout it from the rooftops because I've had such a positive experience with it. In a few minutes, the video is going to shift to me doing the product review. The reason why it's different from what it is right now is because I accidentally deleted the introduction portion of the video and I needed to film it. And so I just decided, let me go ahead and throw this additional info in there for you guys. So if you are someone who has a juicer already and you're looking for a better option, or if you're looking for, or if you're someone that is wanting to get into juicing and you're just looking for a great option to juice your items with, I do hope that this video will be helpful to you. Again, I love it. My rating for it is a 10 out of 10. But in the video clip coming up, you're going to see what it looks like all together, the breakdown of it, how it juices, what it sounds like, all of those things you'll be able to see in this video. And it should help you understand why I like it. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave your questions in the comments. If you have the rival juicer to the one that I have, because like I said, this one is supposed to be one of the top two on the market. So if you have the rival juicer to the one that I have, definitely feel free to leave your comments as well. So if there is somebody who's just looking for that additional info, they can weed through the comments and um, hopefully find some helpful insight in them. So, again, you guys, I'm going to stop rambling now. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but if you enjoy this content, definitely feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and then share with others so they may find me here in the community. I'm going to stop yapping now and get on over to the product review itself. Yeah, let's get to it. I had purchased some greens from the farmer's market over the weekend, and I don't want them to go bad because we're already a couple of days into the week. And of course, these are directly from someone's farm that was picked the day before I bought them at the farmers market, so I don't want them to go bad. So I'm going to go ahead and juice them. But I figured since I was going to be juicing them, then I would just go ahead and do this quick product review and share with you guys this amazing juicer and just let you see the process of how it works. And you can also hear what it's going to sound like once it starts the juicing process. This is the Nama, which is for me an amazing juicer. I have not tried any other juicers, so I do have to throw this disclaimer in there that I am basing my opinion solely off of my experience with this particular juicer. So this is the Nama. It is what I'm told to be one of the top juices on the market. There's two, I think, lead in the pack, and this would be one of them. I'll give you a few bullet points of what I really love about this juicer, and that would be that it is so easy to break down and clean. And one of my biggest things before I started juicing, when I was thinking about it, is I know that it could be a very hefty process. It could be one that just feels more like a chore rather than something that you just would enjoy doing. And one of the things that I love about this one is it is super, super, super easy to break down. I cannot stress that enough. And it is very easy to clean. So the cleaning process really just takes no time, a few minutes, unless I want it to soak, and then I'll just break it down and put it in put it in the sink with some dishwater and let it soak, and then I'll do a quick clean down of it, and then I'll rinse it down. So again, it is incredibly easy to clean. It's incredibly easy to put back together, and it juices the items so quickly. So I'll show you here. This is the base of the juicer, which I hope you guys can see that okay. I hope I don't have my camera too close. But this is the base of the juicer here with the plug. So this is what plugs into your socket there. And this portion of it does break down. A very simple. You take it off this way like that. And then there's some two pieces in here that come out of this particular piece. And then you have this piece and that piece. So it is very easy. I'm sorry, guys. You probably can hear a plane going by. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know how much this mic picks up. So you might be able to hear a plane going by. But I know you can hear the trees rustling a little bit outside. I do have my door open, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. The breeze is going. The sky is blue and pretty. And so I dare not leave my doors closed today. Windows will be open too. But back to the juicer. So it just connects like that. And then you sit it on top of the cage. There's two little openings on the side here, which is where these two pieces will go. And it just sits down in there like that. So I am going to plug it up really quick. We're not turning it on just yet. Okay, so now it's plugged. This is the piece where the juice comes out of. This is what the pulp comes out of. So it does come with these two containers. This one is going on the side where your juice is going to come and come out, because it has a handle on here. You can easily pour your juice from there. And then this will be on the side where your pulp is going to come out. So you just place these right on the side of each there. And then your on and off button, your power button is just here on the front. So that's really what it sounds like. So it does come with a book, Nama recipe book. And so there's a few recipes in here that you can try that I think I tried a couple of recipes in here when we first got it, and I thought they were pretty doggone good. But we also have another book that we use, and I use that book more so, which I will share at a later date. But this has some great juices in here. This one in particular is a wellness elixir where you're going to use lemons, jalapeno pepper with the seeds removed, and some ginger root. So that one's pretty easy. It also gives a few nutritional insights in the book. And like I said, we have another book that we've purchased that we love, but this one also has some good stuff in it as well. So I deviated a little bit because I really just needed to get my greens out. I hadn't made a store run. And when I went to the farmer's market, I was in and out really quickly. I hit up my first farm stand um, because I had some other stuff that I had to do. We were moving my daughter into her place that day. So I needed to hurry up, and so I just made a quick stop, picked up a few things, and said, whatever else I need, I'll get at a later date. So I just figured since I have some kale, that's the bulk of what I got that day. This recipe calls for 8 kale leaves, a half of a lemon, a cucumber, green apples, 4 celery stalks, and an inch of ginger. So we just finished off our ginger. Or we didn't get a chance to use all of it before it went bad. We usually get the ginger root from the grocery store. So we had used quite a bit of it, but we didn't finish it off, and we haven't gone back to the store to get another ginger root. So I won't be adding ginger root to my drink today. I really just want to get these greens juiced so I can consume them because I don't want them to go bad. And next week or the week after next, I will probably make some more juice and I'll stick to my recipe. You can't go wrong anyway by putting good stuff into your body. So these are some of the greens that I got from the farmer's market. These have already been washed. These are kale leaves, and that recipe called for 8 of them. So I'm going to put 8 of them in there. I don't put the stem part in there. I just pull my greens off, and that's the part that I put in there. So what I clean these with is baking soda and distilled vinegar. Let it sit for a little while and then rinse them off really good and then put them in the fridge. So I think it does a good job of cleaning everything off. So I'm going to just peel these all, which I should have already had that done before I started filming. I'm going to peel these all. All right, I had to adjust my video there. But I was saying I'm going to go ahead and do 10 kale leaves. I'm going to do this whole bundle. And then I'm going to put 4 apples in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll just go ahead and let it start juicing while I'm breaking up the rest of the kale leaves. I probably should have put a few of the apples on the bottom. And also I'm going to do a half of a lemon. So here's a thing as well, which is nothing major, but very simple. So if you have this on, it is not going to turn on and operate unless you have closed the container. You close it and let it do what it do. So you can pretty much hear, and I don't know how that's affecting the mic there, but you can pretty much hear what it sounds like and how loud it is. If you can hear it very loudly, it's probably because this microphone is amplifying it. So yes, it does have some sound, but it is not incredibly loud. So you can see the juice starting to fill up here. I think it does a great job at mixing really fast. So I'm going to go ahead and break the rest of this up and get this in there before it finishes. All right, so real quick, I'll tell you what I put in. I put so far, and it's going to be 10 kale leaves and 1 full lemon, and I did 4 apples. The apples I peel, even though you clean them, I still peel my apples, and I also pull my leaves off of the stems so I don't juice the stems, of course. And then the lemon, of course, we peel that and put that in there as well. And then one more thing I am going to add will be a carrot. are super soft. The carrots have already been cleaned as well, but I still peel them for the most part and get that off. I soaked these as well in some baking soda and also some distilled vinegar. You can see that this filled up pretty quickly, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up and let the juice flow into there. I'm going to throw this carrot in there. I'm going to break this one down and throw this one in there as well. I almost want to. All right, I ran out of storage on my phone. Let's do this. I ran out of storage on my phone, so I had to get rid of some videos. But yeah, that's what came from those two little carrots. And so I'm just going to take a spoon and swirl it up. Now, when I'm not recording, I'm not as messy on my counter. I'm pretty messy on my counter right now. Okay, so I'm going to do that, mix it all up in there. And we bought these glass jars to put the, oh shoot, I didn't close that. So it's got some drip there on the bottom. But we bought these glass jars so we could store them in the fridge. So I'm going to take the lid off here. I'm going to take the lid off and we just fill the jars here and then put them in the fridge, and that's how we store them. The rule of thumb is you're not supposed to keep them for more than 3 days. Oh, this only did. So this only did 1 glass, but I will probably do another one later this week. And the next one that I do, I'm going to make sure that I have all of my ingredients. But for this one, I had to improvise because I didn't have everything that I need. So this is just going to go in the fridge. And then the cleanup is pretty simple. I'm going to drink the rest of that. So the cleanup is pretty simple, and I'll show you really quick. This comes off, which I showed you earlier. And then this cage comes off. And this comes out of that. So then you have that piece. I'm going to sit that back down in there for now. And then this piece comes off of the bottom of that. And what I'm going to do with all of this is just soak it in some water. And then I'm going to wash it down after it soaks for a little bit. And then this little thing comes out. And so these are the pieces you have. That's 1, 2, 3. These 2 containers, I usually just hand wash these right after. But the pieces that I actually let soak would be this piece, the outer portion of the cage, this piece right here, and that. So that's pretty much how this thing works. It is very easy. It juices pretty fast. So the next time that I juice something, I'm going to make sure I number one, I have all the ingredients that I need to put in my juice. And 2, I'm going to make sure that I try not to be so messy with it. So I'm going to take all this, put it in sink, let it soak. And then once it's done, I'm going to do the cleaning portion of it, and then I'll just put it up. I like to store my appliances on the counter. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually like to see mine. So that's pretty much it. Again, this is the Nama Juicer. And the website for that company is namawell.com. It is one of the top juicers on the market. And I personally think it is worth it because it makes the juicing so much easier. That is actually a really good juice. So even though I improvised on it, this is a really good juice. I could drink this whole bottle right now. All right. So again, you guys, I am Key from House of Kiana over on Instagram. I am the owner of the blog Affordable Lux Living, found at www.affordableluxliving.com, where casual comfort meets style, affordability, and creativity. If you do enjoy this content, definitely feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and then share with others so that they may find me here in the community. Bye now.